to the Red Wolves of Arkansas State. And the Red Wolves will kick it away to start us off. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Chanticleer's offense will have the opening possession of the game. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number 1.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have...
He wants to go deep. Makes the grab inside the 30. Touchdown, Coastal. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
How do you take the crowd out of the game? Do exactly that. Take the football, drive right down the field, prove you're the better team, give them nothing to cheer about. That is a picture-perfect first drive.
Bringing it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Arkansas State's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Red Wolves will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's 3rd down. Smith dropping to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. Breaks into the open. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. The Chanticleer's getting set on 1st and 10. They'll run the toss. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. And the shot to clears are in the hurry-up. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The shot to clears trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, shot to clear. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He'll bring it out. It's Harrell. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You see.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And this has not been a good start for this offense. Like, this whole team, actually. They're already found themselves in a big hole. They're already trailing. They're going to need to throw the football, and you're going to have to protect your guy. This protection has to be better so he can make more plays.
And the Red Wolves will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. They'll put the ball in play from... Side their own 40 at the 39. Smith wants to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Flanagan. Oh, he's got some space. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Going for the big play. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Coastal Carolina. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll bring it out. It's Harrell. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Gives it to the back on the draw. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Makes the catch. It's Cobb. Got room at the 35. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. At the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Arkansas State.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Smith dropping to pass. Got it set up on the outside. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. There he goes. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
I just continue to be impressed watching this guy play. Good decision-making, very accurate. He's obviously got a lot of talent surrounding him, so no surprise.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Pulls it in on the right. Touchdown, Coastal! And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So first down here as they go back to work. Defense in press coverage. The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's got an open man. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Red Wolves in the hurry-up.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that.
Deep shot for the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They'll leave it with him. Bringing it back. Good job up front to get it out to the 22 before he's knocked out of bounds.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Offense goes toss play to the right. Now, defensively, if you're going to stop these perimeter runs, your DBs better be able to get off blocks and go make a tackle. And right now, the secondary, they look like they're struggling trying to handle the run game.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Looking for a huge play. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, shot to clear. A great catch and run for 6.
And you gotta love the creativity with the tight ends nowadays. They can do so many different things. He does a good job. He slips behind the defense. Defense doesn't know where he went. And what does he do? He gets in for 6.
Arkansas State, 7.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Arkansas State ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
To the air, it's Rayner. Under fire. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
And the Red Wolves will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. A little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Quarterback may change this route. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Quickly to the tight end. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big... They'll try to pile on a little more before the break. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Bringing the heat. Caught in the backfield, it's Thurman. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. And the shot to clear is now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Second down, he'll throw it. Grabbed behind the line, it's Hill. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them. But exactly, get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
Wide open downfield. Nice pickup, gets it to the 20. They move the sticks, and they can still stop the clock. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Sends it back in motion. Now from inside the red zone. Working that wide receiver screen. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. The shot that clears trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. This quarterback part of their running game. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. And the shot to clear is trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Smith wants to throw. Touchdown, Coastal Carolina. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Going to the ground. Slithers into space. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw on 1st down. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. They've got the 1st down, mark it at the 26 in the waning seconds of the half.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Fighting off the defender. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3-spot on the board. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The shot that clears will kick it away to start the second half. And he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
Let's send the tight end in motion. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. And he just needed a few inches, and he didn't get it. The defense denies this offense. Punt is in the air. He's got it. Slips through the line. And there he goes. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10.
Come on, sir.
Leaves it with the running back. Turning it on. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Coastal.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
52, Arkansas State, 7.
He'll bring it out. It's Harrell. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Scanning the field, it's Rayner. Here's a heat. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. The Red Wolves with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4. Offense bringing in the big boys, heavy personnel. Tosses to the quarterback. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Dumps it to the back. The short hands, it's Simpkins. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. And the shot that clears will punt this one away.
On to punt it away.
Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. Arkansas State ready to go back to work on offense. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Back to pass, it's Rayner. Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Red Wolves line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. The shot that clears with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Goes out of bounds, but they'll be set up with a 1st and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Going for 6. Touchdown, shot to clear. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it.
59, Arkansas State, 7.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Dropping back, it's Rayner. Finds his man, it's Summers. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Back to pass. Under fire. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. The Red Wolves decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout. Red Wolves send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. It'll bounce out of bounds and they'll spot it at the 40.
Personal foul. Roughing the kick.
The officials offer the deal and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This offense has a 1st and 10. They are flat bailed out by the defensive penalty. Looking to throw on 1st down. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Line getting set on 2nd down. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. To the air on second down. Oh, and the ball squirts out near their own goal line. A loose pigskin in the end zone, and the defense is all over it. A fumble recovery for a touchdown.
It's a defense that plays with great effort. You saw it right there. Creating the fumble, jumping on the loose ball for a score. What a momentum-shifting play.
Coastal Carolina, 66. Arkansas State, 7.
And he'll
No, what else did you buy? Because how much did you spend?
knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Okay, because I was going to say, you know, there's only $50 on that.
Wants to throw on first down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The Red Wolves have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Pocket breaking down. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. That's caught. It's Bush. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. And the Red Wolves will try to pin them back with the punt. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. And the Chanticleers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. They're going to ride this running back. Pulled down after a pickup of 5, but they knocked that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Brown wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. The Chanticleers will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play.
And the punter pulling out his pitching wedge on that. Look at the spin on this ball. It just died as soon as it hit the ground. Beautiful job.
They'll start this drive going to the air. Got a man. It's Young. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Looking downfield on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. They want to throw it. Here's the pressure. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. The Red Wolves now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. The play action fake. Pressure coming. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And, man, this offense just keeps trying to find something to go well. They're down so big. There's still time on the clock. Maybe they can put something together, but so far today, this has been ugly.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles. football, and they will certainly need one here. And the Red Wolves will send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level, Dave.
Yeah, just dominate the football game. And now, listen, it's mode where I can run the football, run out the clock, watch this game go to zeros and get the dub.
Still looking on the move. Breaks into the open. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. So they're closing in on a solid top 25 win for the resume, in addition to holding off any thoughts of an upset.
Well, they were very anxious and eager, too, to make a statement to the entire country just how dominant they were. They have so much confidence in themselves that they wanted to prove it to everybody else. They wanted to prove it to their opponent here today. They dominated in all three phases.
And now they put the college football world on notice. That was a nice win. You get these top 25 wins.
Got enough space. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously. And
he lofts it high and deep down the left side. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete. After this, it'll be a wrap. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Last pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
you're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is...